keyboard you hear typing is not mine. It's actually
That's
Juicy, because we're going to do some kind of interview, so you just have to look at me in the meantime while I talk to... I just casted a game by the Founders and Team Awesome, and Founders did pretty well, so why don't you introduce yourself? The one that's here.
Stuart? Well, I'm GC, I'm like the medic. Yeah, kind of me and Essence kind of come in for like our first game. I think they've had a couple of games before, but yeah. Stuart's the, I think the leader.
Stuart, you here?
Oh yeah, I am here. This is confusing me because I've got Twitch open and I've got Skype open and it's...
Mute Twitch. You can't be on Twitch at the same time, otherwise you'll...
Yeah, anyway, I just commented on your game, and for any of you who has watched the game, it was pretty much...
Okay, I'm on Twitch now.
It was pretty much Essence and Juicy killing everything. They ran crits... You ran crits the entire game? Yeah?
Yeah, we just... Yeah, because, I mean, me and Essence kind of come into it a bit with... I suppose kind of a bit of a bad attitude in a way. We just kind of wanted to see how kind of well we could carry. You know what I mean? Kind of a bit 2v notch.
I tried to like say because we were on the attack. I said why don't we use Uber, and they felt confident enough using Kritzkrieg, and after I saw them use their first Kritzkrieg and get so many kills on the first thing, I didn't really care what they said after that, because basically after I saw that first Kritzkrieg, I knew they were going to wreck the team.
Yeah, and for any of you who don't know, Essence is a girl. That was a shock to many. But you guys said she doesn't use the microphone?
No, I mean, you've probably seen this on UKCS quite a lot. We've never, the only kind of communication we've ever had is just he. She'll call medic when she wants crits. That's like the only communication we have.
Oh, alright. Yeah, well, there was a couple of times where you actually got picked off and she by spy, and then the spy got you immediately after, which could have been avoided by communication. But she is in. What did you guys use for communications? Did you not use?
We use Skype, but we're gonna after I get a server on Multinet, I'm gonna change to Mumble.
All right, cool. Everybody seems to be using Mumble. So yeah, from what I saw from the game, it was pretty much just Juicy and Essence killing everybody with the crits. And pretty much you got into the meta game where they would be afraid of you, and by the time it took them to get their like stuff together, you would have a new crits and you just go in and kill everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, why don't you tell us a bit about your background? Like, this was your first Highlander. This was your first Highlander game in a league.
Yeah. That's for me. I mean, my only kind of background of TF2 is like, well, kind of me and Essence got added on Steam. How you do. And before that, I'd had TF2 for like 2-3 years, and I'd only played about 15 hours or so. And you can tell from her, it's like one of her favourite games. So I went medic. She kind of did a demo thing, and we've just been playing UKCS ever since, really.
Yeah.
And I started playing a good 2 months ago, and I just loved the game. It's so... There's nothing really you can't say about it. It's a game which really drags you in, and I found that out about IAATG, and they told me about UGC and stuff like that, and I thought, oh, why didn't I have a team and try and have a match against them? And, the first match I had against them, have a guess how badly we lost.
Oh, you played against All About the Gibbets?
Yeah, they're helping us a lot, and we got absolutely wrecked. About 1 minute each round. They are really good.
Was Essence and Juicy there?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't have Essence and Juicy there, but
yeah.
On our first game we tried Essence on Scout, because Essence as a Scout was pretty good. And then she said she was a lot more competent as Demerman, so we put her as Demerman this match. And we got Juicy to go crit, and I think it turned out to be really, really, really good choice to make.
Yeah, and the reason it was good is because you got a couple of kills and you just continued getting kills, and Team Awesome just didn't really do that well. It was a bit of a skill gap because Juicy and Essence, like, how many hours do you guys have on TF2, like, total?
I've got, let me check now, 491.
Okay.
In 2 months.
I've got like 1,017, so I'd probably say about 1,000 of that.
Yeah, and I actually remember because I used to play on UKCS before I went to Korea and all that stuff. And I used to check on Essence because sometimes I would play on Dust Bowl servers and she would just be there and you'd be there and you'd just running crits and you'd just be killing everybody, like two-man team. Because basically what your strategy was on the 16 slot servers, for any of you who don't know, like UKCS has a modded server. They have like some funky, like demo men do more damage, soldiers do more damage, heavies do more damage, and it's horrible to be a sniper because they have a plugin that makes you able to crouch unlimited times in the air, so make it really hard to hit for snipers and stuff, and they would just kill everything. And basically the strategy for 16 versus 16, which is not a very good balanced mode, is whichever team has the most demo men with crits wins, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically that.
So what they would do is what you would do is you would run with the crits, stay back in the base behind some sentries or something, and then you would attack with the crits, and as soon as the crit was over, you would fall back and wait for the next crit and then push your way slowly through the entire time. And that was exactly the same thing you did this game. You just stand back, chilled out in the back of the base when you had the Uber, the crits, you just ran in and kill everything.
Kind of basically it.
Yeah.
We just treated it a bit like a pub.
Yeah. And Team Awesome is not. Yeah, they probably like. They're like the thing with the chat that said earlier. One guy said like, it's easy to stop a crits. You need like one competent soldier or one competent scout can stop a crits because it's a demo man, and the way demo man works is if you're trying to run away from a crits, you're gonna die. But if you actually attack them head on, you're most likely gonna kill them one-on-one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've learned to do with medic as well. Basically run to the person trying to shoot you.
Yeah. And what Team Awesome did every single time is that they either clustered together and got killed, blown to bits like a triple kill, or they would like try to run away and then get picked off instead of just standing the ground and fighting. Yeah. And things like you got this momentum where you would like constantly win, but here's the thing, like I think it was in the second game when they won like really good. You were like
I had to go AFK for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and they did really well, and I was like, hey, we haven't seen a single crits, and then I just realized you were in the spawn doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was your take on the game, as it was your first UGC Highlander game?
Well, I mean, personally, it was just, I don't know, I don't want to sound too harsh, to be honest. It seems like the kind of standard on UKCS, like number 3 was a bit higher. But, yeah, that's kind of, that's what I mean. I don't want to sound like too harsh, but it was just it was pretty. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but it's kind of like I said, like we said, like kind of first thing, like you can only really get better by playing better people. So it's kind of a bit of a not a waste of time, but I mean, you won't kind of get much from it.
Have you guys ever tried sixes, playing 6v6?
Yeah, lobbies. I've done that.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, like we started doing TF2 lobbies, like kind of .com, but we don't have. Well, I mean, I've got communication, but Essence doesn't have communication, so like playing kind of for a team.
Yeah, you totally need to do that. So, like basically, you just had more pub skills than they do, and you run the crits, and you just tore them apart every time. And like even when they had an Uber and they had like an 80% Uber advantage, they let you get the crits and pop it first, and then you just kill them even when they had the Uber because they were just so afraid. You really got like into their heads.
Yeah, so I mean, Essence lets me build like crits so damn quick as well. So it's just, like, it would literally take me about 35-40 seconds between each crits as well. So
yeah, okay. So let's see if there's any questions from the stream. But keep in mind, people, you can ask questions to these guys. We have Murloc Johnny from All About. No, we don't have. That was not Murloc Johnny. It was someone else. Let's see. If anyone has any questions.
Probably do want to add as well. Essence isn't kind of a main demo. She just plays scout, like kind of when we do our lobbies as well. So like demo is not really kind of a main kind of class anymore as well.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's a good transition there.
Yeah. And obviously she's wrecking up as a scout.
Is there anything like you want to comment on for the opposing team that is not currently present? Like.
Heavy.
I think they kind of got a bit unlucky because obviously, like, you can see how well they did when I wasn't. Well, when I was AFK, so you can see like they weren't a bad team at all, kind of like for the skill level. But me and Essence kind of really were like a step above. So I think they got a bit unlucky that they kind of come up across us too. And like, I think if we weren't in the team, they would have had a really kind of competitive match. So
yeah.
I can't really kind of comment too much on it because I think it was a fair match if me and Essence weren't there, if you know what I mean.
And just to showcase like how hardcore Essence used to be on UKCS, I remember seeing her stats like hours played per day was usually between 6 and 12 hours on Dust Bowl only for like a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's like well into the game. She loves it. I mean, she's so competent with like every single class as well. It's frustrating like playing with her. Like I can't imagine how it is like playing against her. Yeah. Just because she knows like kind of the ins and outs of every single class. It's just so frustrating like watching her play, like just being so good at everything. Whereas I can only medic. Like if you give me like a soldier, I'll be like 0.8 KD. I'm like horrible.
I'm not a very good soldier either, but probably better than you. Haha.
No, you probably are, mate.
No, but the one thing you can really see if you're a good player is that you start playing lobbies, and even if your team is horrible and you do well, you're only going to be able to do so much against a competent team. So what is really fun, and I really hope you guys do, is like stick with the founders for the rest of this season, just so you get to see like how UGC is like. And I have pretty much had similar experiences where I was like a few levels above every single opponent we had. But I'm not a demo man, I'm a sniper, so there's a limit to how much I can do.
Yeah.
But there were like times where it was like 1 versus 6 and I killed everyone, like some moments of glory and stuff like that. And you guys had that moments of glory every single crits, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just
so Juicy, you're a main medic, right?
Yeah.
What do you say are your 3 best classes? Obviously it's medic, and then the other 2.
Well, I mean, like the funny thing, I've literally played like of my 1,000 hours, I played like 950 as medic. I literally don't step out because I only ever play Team Fortress 2 if I can play with Essence, and obviously like 99% of the time with teaming. So I guess I'd say engineer just because it's to me it's a pretty simple class, and I don't know, maybe scout, but I haven't really kind of got the aim. But I mean, they are like out of a 10, I'd probably say like I'm like basically like a kind of 5 out of 10 engineer and like a 2 out of 10 scout. Right. I'm really horrible with everything else.
So what about you, Stuart? You were the heavy, weren't you?
Nah, my brother was the heavy.
Okay, who were you then?
I was the soldier, and the only times I really had my moment of glory was when my sniper chucked a Jarate, and I just went in with my rocket launcher. And I just because me and my sniper work really well together. So whenever he chucks his Jarate, we coordinate, and then I just go in and wreck the mini crits onto him.
So you're the team leader, so what is your feeling of there being such a huge gap between you and Essence and Juicy, and the rest of the team for that matter?
I feel that I feel I'm lucky enough to even get on my team because they're just so good and they're so nice as well. Essence is amazing, and I think if she stays for the rest of the season and finds herself a good team for the next thing, I think she can win a few tournaments.
Yeah, it's pretty much doing what I did. I stuck with UGC for one tournament, not for one season. Stuck with It's All About the Gibbs. Tried to find a new team. I actually think you tried to pick me up, but I actually I forgot about the post. So
yeah, I tried to get you on my team, and it was a long shot. I knew it.
The thing is, like, if I saw the post, I would most likely have joined, and that game would probably be even more skewed than it already was, because you had pretty much a killer sniper that would make sure nothing would ever kill the demo man, and then you would just it would just be crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've like the few times I've played with Essence and Juicy on UKCS, like my team has always won no matter what. So it's about finding like equally skilled people. But what would be interesting to see is having like I just thought of a matchup. Like I'm currently in like European Team Fortress 2 team, ETF2L, and we're in Div 3. So what would be interesting to see is that we know exactly how to handle that crits. Because like our bombing soldier is pretty good, and you would just be shut down so fast. And you probably have like one of those experiences that I had when I first started playing competitive TF2, which is in Korea. Is like, how do I deal with this? This has never occurred before. There's like something that gets you every time.
Well, I mean, like obviously if we was in Division 3, we wouldn't be running crits like
yeah.
That's what I mean. Like in lobbies, like I rarely use crits like at all.
Yeah.
It's the next match which I'm going to find funny because we're playing a capture the flag map, and you have to bring the flag into the middle point. So not into your intel, into the very center of the map.
Yeah.
Capture the flag Vitalism?
No, I haven't seen that one, but there's been a lot of funky new maps in the new map pool for the summer. Yes. yeah, anything you guys want to make a shout out for this? You guys played an excellent match, by the way. You were just dominating.
I forgot. When I was shouting, there was an air shot from my sniper, who it was in the second round when we were attacking. I got it wrong, and the soldier was going to flank us all. He did an amazing rocket jump over all our team, and our sniper just quick scoped up because I was dead. And I was on the what do you call it? I was in the spectator because I was dead, and I was just seeing it. And then two of my friends were on the spectator watching him. And then after we saw that headshot, we were like shouting like, "Oh my god, that was amazing! That's something that you would do."
Oh, what I mean by shout out is like somebody you want to thank or something.
Oh,
like that.
my mother. I need to thank my mother. Without her, I wouldn't be here.
All right, that's good. And you?
I just got to thank Essence really, just being pretty shit up, being an awesome all round person. Honestly, she's like the nicest, like down to earth person I know. She's just
dude, get her to get a microphone and then we'll do lobbies together, and I'll play against you and I'll kill you. That's
you go for it. I mean, like we lobby all the time, but
yeah,
we lobby.
I think I've actually been against Essence once in a lobby, and the teams were pretty even. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
That's when it's fun, not just like it gets boring if you win every time, and that's probably why you get out of UKCS because
that's kind of thing.
So everybody, they are the founders. Link to the cast we did is it below or something, and thanks to Juicy for doing this kind of interview comment on stuff after, as well as Stuart, the team captain for the founders, and be sure to check them out in the future. You guys can close now.
Bye bye.
Okay, good.